For the man, we back in it. We got this WWE video right here. I tend to find myself doing WWE videos a whole lot. I guess that's how my channel started. Me doing like 2K19, 18, maybe 17, 16, and 15. But yeah, I most likely started on 19. And then I just played on the rest of the time. So this time on Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Now, first story looks at disturbing allegations made against Vince McMahon. On top of today's news is a recent lawsuit filed against WWE Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis by former WWE employee Janelle Grant. Ms. Grant was one of several individuals who signed NDAs with Vince McMahon that led to his 2022 hush money scandal. And now Ms. Grant is seeking to void the NDA and sue McMahon and Laurinaitis for sex trafficking. In addition, Ms. Grant is suing the WWE for negligence, alleging the company knew about the alleged inappropriate behavior and did absolutely nothing to stop it. Now, we recently made a video on the full story of the allegations, so be sure to check that out. The fallout continues from the lawsuit. There's already fallout from the lawsuit, including statements released by TKO Holdings, a spokesperson for Vince McMahon, and the complainant Janelle Grant, as well as a potential change to the Royal Rumble. First, let's look at TKO Holdings issuing a statement. TKO Holdings has issued a statement regarding the lawsuit. Mr. McMahon does not control TKO, nor does he oversee the day-to-day operations of WWE. While this matter predates our TKO executive team's tenure at the company, we take Ms. Grant's horrific allegations very seriously and are addressing this matter internally. It's possible a lawsuit will investigate whether Endeavor was aware of the allegations against McMahon when Endeavor did its due diligence before deciding to merge with WWE, and if so, should they have been aware of the allegations? Next up, a statement issued by Vince McMahon's spokesperson. A statement has also been filed on Vince McMahon's behalf by his spokesperson regarding the allegations. This lawsuit is replete with lies, obscene made-up instances that never occurred, and a vindictive distortion of the truth. He will vigorously defend himself. There's no word on what's next in the lawsuit, but expect to see plenty of media coverage. Next up, the complainant's attorney issues a statement. Ann Callis, an attorney for Janelle Grant, the complainant in the lawsuit against the WWE McMahon and Laurinaitis, also released a statement. Today's complaint seeks to hold accountable two WWE executives who sexually assaulted and trafficked plaintiff Janelle Grant, as well as the organization that facilitated or turned a blind eye to the abuse and then swept it under the rug. She is an incredibly private and courageous person who has suffered deeply at the hands of Mr. McMahon and Mr. Laurinaitis. Ms. Grant hopes that her lawsuit will prevent other women from being victimized. The organization is well aware of Mr. McMahon's history of depraved behavior, and it's time that they will take responsibility for the misconduct of its leadership. Again, more information is in our other video. Next up, Brock Lesnar return cancelled. The lawsuit may have already been affecting the WWE, as Fightful Select is reporting a wrestler planned for the Royal Rumble may not enter the event at all. None other than Brock Lesnar. This was reiterated to Fightful Thursday, but it was noted that in light of Lesnar's implied inclusion in the Vince McMahon lawsuit, that may change. While Lesnar was not specifically named in the lawsuit, a wrestler described as a former UFC champion, along with other details, was mentioned several times in the lawsuit in a negative light. Brock Lesnar wasn't announced for the Rumble. In fact, not many superstars have been declared for the Rumble, but there was an intense speculation that he would appear. One rumor was that Lesnar would work the match and confront Intercontinental Champion Gunther, setting things up for a match at WrestleMania. Be sure to check out our rumors and predictions video about Saturday's show. We'll also have the real-time results on our website, as well as a full recap and analysis after the show on our YouTube channel. Next up, WWE telling wrestlers not to discuss allegations. Another story making the round is that WWE has advised wrestlers not to discuss the lawsuit and the allegations made. Dave Meltzer is reporting in this week's Observer that the WWE talent was told to lay low and not talk about anything other than the Royal Rumble or storyline related things. The lawsuit's controversy could affect the usual post-show press conference the WWE holds after PLEs. Will the WWE still hold a press conference after the Royal Rumble or cancel it? Next up, The Rock really wants a match with Roman Reigns. Now, another report from Dave Meltzer is about the rumored dream match at WrestleMania 40, The Rock vs Roman Reigns. According to WWE sources, Johnson has not officially signed a deal to wrestle for the company, but the key word said about it is yet. It is known that he's willing and said to be wanting to do a match with Roman Reigns and is strong on doing it at WrestleMania, but that it's not locked in as of this week. It was suggested to us the idea of seeing how much Saudi Arabia would pay extra to get a Dwayne Johnson match, given the crazy numbers they paid for boxing matches, although it was noted that Johnson himself sees WrestleMania at this point as what he is most interested in. Meltzer added that one person in the company noted that Johnson was headstrong about wrestling Reigns at WrestleMania. As we commented on earlier, the match may not happen at WrestleMania as there is conjecture The Rock may be choosing to wrestle in Saudi Arabia if it proves a bigger payday. Next up, more speculation on Mercedes Money and Kazuchika Okada. Well, let's look at the latest speculation where free agents Mercedes Money and Kazuchika Okada will end up, with AEW and WWE being the most likely promotions. Meltzer commented on the situation in this week's Observer, saying, regarding Kazuchika Okada and Mercedes Money, the belief from this side is that both will be starting soon. Money was doing acting work, but there's still talk her debut will be played up extremely big and that the announcement could be soon. She has been back training to return. Her coming to AEW was expected for months, even before they showed her at Wembley. But she did negotiate with WWE after that, and while they were far apart on money, unless the contract is signed, nothing is a lock. Indeed, a recent social media post has some fans thinking Mercedes could still show up at the Rumble. Mercedes liked a tweet from a fan who wished her a happy birthday and commented, "See you Saturday." While Mercedes could show up on AEW Collision, it's more likely that fan was referring to Saturday's Rumble PLE. As we've commented before, Mercedes seems like a shrewd business person who knows her value and let AEW and WWE battle over her until she gets the best deal. Money has used social media before to tease where she's going, so this latest like may be just her keeping everyone guessing. And what of that of New Japan Pro Wrestling ace Kazuchika Okada? Meltzer commented, for Okada, the last word was that he had not made up his mind. I know people here range from hopeful, I'd perceive as confident he'll be coming. If he was to sign, the likely arrival would be around the Greensboro show with his final New Japan date on 24th February. If it was WWE, I could see them holding off until WrestleMania. 2024 promises to be a fascinating year due to the explosion of free agents rumored to be coming into the market. Not only are there top names like Money and Okada, but several current WWE superstars such as Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, just to name a few, who are believed to have their deals expiring in 2024. That doesn't mean they'll jump from the WWE, but if they do, the wrestling landscape could see a seismic shift. Next up, 2024 is going to be big for Tony Khan. Are things shaping up for AEW? The promotion had a mixed bag in 2023, struggling with live event attendance for TV, but performing well with pay-per-views. However, Dave Meltzer is reporting that AEW President Tony Khan seems enthusiastic about the company's prospect for the new year. But we do know that Tony Khan has been especially enthusiastic about 2024 between new signings and returns over the next few months of MJF, Adam Cole, Kenny Omega, hopefully, Bandito, Rey Fenix, Pac and Britt Baker. Khan is likely hopeful that AEW will secure a lucrative new deal for the rights to air its various TV programming. How do you think AEW will fare in 2024? Let us know in the comments down below. And finally, a former WWE superstar working in TNA. And last but not least, it looks like TNA Wrestling will soon have Mustafa Ali working in the promotion. Ali appeared in a hype video on the 25th January episode of Impact, proclaiming that TNA needs an X Factor. Ali appeared at the end of the video stating, "I'm Mustafa Ali and I approve this message." Interestingly, this Man of the People gimmick appears similar to the one WWE was going to use for Ali, only to pull the plug on it and eventually release him. At this point, it's unknown if Mustafa has signed with TNA or whether he'll be working as a free agent. TNA recently brought in 3 other former superstars including Nick Nemeth aka Dolph Ziggler, Ash by Nature aka Dana Brooke, and AJ Francis aka Top Dollar. Ali should be a great addition to TNA as he's considered a phenomenal worker and he's shown charisma despite the WWE's repeated bungling of his pushes during his time in the company. Mustafa worked several storylines with potential including the SmackDown Hacker, the leader of Retribution, and the previously mentioned Man of the People gimmick. But there you have it folks, all the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.